What is going on, everybody? It's Alex back with another video, and I am super excited about this one because you guys all know this, especially if you've been on my channel for the past few months. I've done quite a few videos on Cyberpunk 2077, and there's been one thing about the game that's kind of, led me to believe that it wouldn't be as big as a lot of people think it's going to be, and that is the lack of multiplayer. I mean, up until this point, we were basically told that this was going to be a single-player experience, and although I think single-player experiences are amazing, in terms of keeping the longevity of it, most of them don't end up keeping most people's attentions for years and years to come. Obviously, there's exceptions like Fallout, Skyrim, basically Bethesda games excluding Fallout 76, but most single-player games kind of have their lifespan and then kind of die off. I mean, think about something very recent, kind of like Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, Red Dead 2 got so many rewards, and honestly, it's one of, if not my favorite single-player experience ever, but after I played through it at one time, I don't really see a reason to go back and play through it again. That's kind of what happens with single-player experiences, and although I was really excited for Cyberpunk 2077, honestly, I felt like it was kind of limited by not having multiplayer. Well, if you guys haven't already figured this out by the title of the video, the thumbnail, and kind of how I've been talking about up until this point, it's been single player. There is going to be a multiplayer aspect of Cyberpunk. It has been officially confirmed by CD Projekt Red. So very early this morning, in fact 4 a.m. this morning, it was confirmed on their Twitter with this tweet saying, until now, the only thing we said about multi, obviously meaning multiplayer, was that it was in R&D, research and development. As we're getting closer to launching single-player Cyberpunk 2077 in April 2020, we'd like to confirm that multiplayer is in the works. If you feel like lending us your skills, apply at the link to apply. So this is not a leak, this is not speculation, this is a 100% confirmation that we will be getting multiplayer in Cyberpunk. Now, it is, however, important to note that it is not going to be coming at launch. This tweet right here, yes, it is confirming that Cyberpunk is in the works, but it's also literally telling people to apply because they need their help building it. So although Cyberpunk 2077, the single player is very close to being done, multiplayer is absolutely nowhere near being done, and honestly, it could be years away. The second tweet says, the plan for now is to deliver Cyberpunk 2077 in April, then follow up with free DLCs and single player content, and once we're done, invite you for some multiplayer action. So it seems like we're gonna basically live out the single player life cycle of Cyberpunk 2077, and then kind of like to revive the game, get a lot more people back to playing and a lot more people actually purchasing and playing the game. They're going to open up the multiplayer aspect of it. Honestly, I feel like this is the best thing that could possibly happen to Cyberpunk. I mean, as I mentioned in previous videos and at the beginning of this video, I love the idea of Cyberpunk, but I feel like without multiplayer, it's going to end up dying off eventually, and at least to me it is. At the end of the day, the majority of the games that I play, and especially the games that I play day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, are multiplayer games. Single player games are gonna hold my attention for a while. I'm gonna squeeze all the content out of it and then move on. I love the way Rockstar does their games where you get to play the single player, really enjoy it, savor the moment for a month or two, and then you get to move on to the online. Once I play those campaigns, I feel like I've gotten everything out of it, and then I can just move on to the online. This is exactly what they're trying to do with Cyberpunk. They're going to be giving us free DLC and everything. Like, you're going to get the base game, you're going to get more and more content, you're going to get to really live out the life cycle, experience it, and then after a while, and again, this may be, 6 months, this may be a year, this may be 2 years, we really don't know, but after a period of time, we're gonna be able to get multiplayer. Now, although it has been confirmed that we're getting multiplayer, that is all that we know. They're labeling it simply as multiplayer, and we're getting no details. So this really begs the question to me, what is multiplayer in Cyberpunk actually going to look like? I mean, I think it would be an incredible letdown if it was just, arena combat where it's just, multiplayer like Call of Duty in Cyberpunk. I don't think it would work like that at all. I don't want to have team deathmatches and anything like that. I want to have a full-on RPG element multiplayer online scenario. Without knowing at all what they're going to be doing and trying to paint a picture of what Cyberpunk 2077 online could look like, I think my perfect game would be something similar to like GTA Online with a lot more RPG elements. Being able to go through missions and do all these things with your friends and have races, and then yeah, I would love to be able to have those death matches and stuff like that, but honestly, keep it as small as something like GTA Online has, where it's just something that you can kind of hop into a lobby, play that, but it's not really the whole point of the multiplayer. I want to have full-on quest lines and missions and everything. I want to be able to own apartments and houses and different cars and customize everything. Honestly, I know this sounds a lot like GTA Online, but if it's something similar to the idea, the overall textbook concept of GTA Online, with a lot more RPG aspects and then really just more Cyberpunk, I think it would be so much fun. It would be able to keep people involved for years to come. I haven't really made videos on Cyberpunk in a while simply because there wasn't really anything all that crazy coming out, and I was just a little worried about the game because it was only single player. But now that it's multiplayer, it's kind of like my excitement for this game has been completely revitalized. So at some point in the not so distant future, I am going to be coming out with a Cyberpunk 2077 online wish list. So I'm kind of curious to see what your vision of Cyberpunk 2077 online would be. How do you want this to work? Do you just want it to be basically a GTA ripoff? Do you want it to be something completely different? How do you guys envision the online mode in this game? Make sure to let me know down in the comments. But that does it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for the support. Peace out.
OfficialFTG, only got one, I bet even I can't see that when it comes to this wall-hunting mercenary game in a world of nobodies, I'm the #1 name. Elvis, Helios, Pandora, and Space. My mother wheel takes me all over the place. And wherever I go, I win minds and hearts. Don't need to climb stairs while I'm climbing these charts. Lilith, Roland, the Saturn dudes didn't come to my birthday party. Rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Like this